Okay, good morning everyone. This is the Diana White Show Live. My special guest this morning, it is Wednesday, so we have Dax with us this morning. And we're going to talk about wellness. What does wellness really mean to you? I'm going to give Dax a chance to explain what his view of wellness is, and then I'll tell you what my wellness is. Okay, we're going to do that as we bring Dax in and say, good morning, Dax, how are you?
Good morning, Diana. Good morning to you viewers. It's a pleasure to be here. And, you know, we've been doing Wellness Wednesdays.
Yes.
For quite some time.
It seems like 10 years, but it really isn't. We just started this year. So it seems like forever, but it's not that long.
I've been enjoying it and I look forward to it, so I'm glad to be here.
The same here too, but I want to start off by just asking you though, how do you see wellness? What does wellness mean to you, and what is it that you're trying to impart to people so they can then realize their own wellness?
Okay, so the first thing is when I look at the definition of wellness, what I find is the general definition I've found is an absence of disease. So if you don't have any disease, then you're well.
How do you know though? Because sometimes there are people. I'm not one of those people, but there are people who actually sit down and worry about what's going on inside. I don't know, and I gotta go to the doctor and get this test and that test, and then they come up with all this tests that Oprah did, where you go into this tunnel and it tells you everything that's going on in your body. You know what I'm saying? So
with that, from that point of view, that if you're not sick, then you're well.
Right.
The problem I have with that train of thought is that it then says there's nothing for you to do until you get sick. And this is the same attitude and concern that I have as it relates to the healthcare laws and the way that healthcare is practiced, because rather than saying to the individual, you have a responsibility, you need to do certain things on a daily basis in order to generate certain results, in order to maintain the lack of disease, there is certain things that the body needs, and we believe that is wellness, that those daily activities that you do, the choices that you make on a day-by-day basis, that is what's going to produce wellness in your life.
Okay, I must tell you that the First Lady and another group are calling something Drink Up, and water is what they're talking about. And also, yesterday, I was looking at a story about Clifford Chance Law Firm, and I'm going to go into the story another day, but it's about sending a memo out to female lawyers within the firm, what they should do. Don't giggle, you can't wear a short skirt, that kind of thing. And one of the things on the list was, guess what? Breathe. And as I saw that, I stopped and I laughed, and I'm going, oh God, I'm going to give Dax this joke today. He's going to be laughing. Breathe. That's one of the things they're telling the women. Well, what's it mean, women don't breathe?
You know what? They sigh, they hold their breath. Look, remember the thing, waiting to exhale.
Oh my God, Dax.
Yeah? And we make jokes around it, and of course they breathe. They just don't pay attention to the quality of their breath. And what we want to encourage them, what I would guess the memo is encouraging them, is that if you breathe on a controlled, consistent, deep breathing, you will find that you are a lot more relaxed, a lot more in control, and a lot more capable of your controlling your emotions.
Oh, cool. So that's what it is, because that's what, to me, that was one of the things on the list that was not very offensive at all, because everybody really needs to breathe. But I just thought it was funny that we're pushing breathing on this show every Wednesday. We're pushing drinking water on this show, and then I see the first lady with this company called Drink Up or whatever it is, and they had this cup, this bottle, a bottle similar to this, it just was blue, and I'm going, hello. So we're not that crazy then.
We're not. In fact, I predict that we are leading the next wave, the revolution in terms of wellness. Whether it's a revolution or an evolution,
right?
It's a cycle that keeps repeating itself. We go away from the natural products to more synthetics, and then we realize the benefits in natural, and we move back to natural. And right now, detox and organic and wellness and natural is one of the hottest areas in terms of industries. I'm glad to be years ahead of many of the people in this business now, and I intend to lead this market and encourage people to join the wellness revolution. But you have to start with yourself. This is not one of those things where you can practice it but don't preach, or you can preach it without practicing it. It shows up in every aspect of
the way you look.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right, I want to go back to wellness for a minute, because for me, I think wellness is not just about losing weight or getting the detox. That's part of the process, but you have to be loving who you are to get to that wellness place. You have to be in the moment, living in the present, because I think people tend to try to live ahead of what's going on right now, as opposed to cherishing what's going on. Like, for example, from my house, every evening I can look out and I can see the sunset, how beautiful it is, and I truly take time to savor that. I will call my daughter from wherever she's in the house, or she will call me and say, hey, look at this, the sunset. And we do the same thing for rainbows. If it's raining, we are hunting for that rainbow. So it encompasses for me a totalness of wellness. So trying to, lose the weight, trying to be well, and trying to drink the water and trying to breathe, because sometimes when you check yourself, you're really not breathing. You're just there.
Let me ask you this. Do you look at the sunset through your window, or you go outside?
Well, I have a sliding door, so I look through on I'm horrible. I'm not a really outdoorsy kind of person, because I'm afraid of the lizards. And the lizards take over your patio, okay?
And it's hot, and the mosquitoes and everything else.
Well, I'm not even so worried about the mosquitoes, because there's a mesh, but those lizards, I don't know, how do they come in? Where do they find the place? Jesus, no matter what you do, they come in. And I'm so scared of them, it's crazy. It's really crazy how scared I am of lizards. And my mom keeps telling me, that's a little thing, look how big you are.
I know exactly how you feel. I totally understand.
Okay. Anyway, getting back to wellness. So
you see that window that you were looking through?
Yes.
If that window were covered with mud, you wouldn't be able to see the sunset.
Right.
And the same is true for the person who is overweight, tired, exhausted, suffering from food addictions, constantly feeling hungry. They're incapable in many cases of enjoying the simple things in life. That they're so caught up in trying to get to survive, you know, and they're unable to truly appreciate good food. They'll eat good food, but they can't tell the difference because, you know, they eat the junk food and they can't tell the difference. They eat junk food and feel, oh, I'm full, it tasted good. You would eat junk food and you would say, you couldn't finish it. So you're at two different places. You're at completely different perspectives in terms of the whole wellness continuum. And unfortunately, most of the people who are experts in wellness are coming to it from this very healthy place where things seem so simple to them.
True.
And at Rad Wellness, we're about helping people to make that transition. That our 21-day detox is the process of cleaning off that window, of opening up your body's ability to identify, breathing deeply, how important it is to you, drinking enough water. And when I started this process, I threw up because I drank so much water. The same amount of water that I drink, you know, in 2 hours. No, I drank it in 4 or 5 hours, and it made me sick because my body wasn't used to it. So first I had to go through the cleansing process.
Right.
Then I was able to understand and feel the benefits of all the other things that I was doing. And that's why we're not Rad Weight Loss. and Rad Wellness is about starting with the weight loss, starting with resetting the digestive system, but ultimately is about reconnecting with yourself, having the ability to identify what's right for you.
All right, what's right for you is actually a good thing. You mentioned junk food, and one of my questions I had for you today is, if you're trying to be well, what kind of snacks are you supposed to be eating in your wellness state?
Well, you know, I think there are...
And that's after you have done the detox, the 21-day detox. You're kind of now in your mode of maintaining what you've got. How do you not junk it all up again? Because we tend to do that. I mean, you know, you get on the detox, you do it for 21 days, you're feeling great and everything, but there's that little thing out there that you see and you go, oops, I could eat some of that.
Make no mistake, there's no little thing. There is a ton of things that every time you turn on your TV, every time you turn on your radio, every time you get into the car, every time you go to a social event, every time you go to the networking breakfast, every time you get to the networking lunch, every time you get to the networking party,
it's food!
55% of the foods and stuff that you're being offered are things that are not necessarily in your best interest. And because that is what sells and that's what's convenient, but the easy answer to your question is fruits and nuts are great snacks. You have a handful of strawberries, a handful of cashew nuts, a handful of almonds, but just understand how you need to prepare them. You need to soak nuts in order for them to have their enzymes that need to break down, the enzymes that are protecting them, to have those removed, washed away, and then you can enjoy them, then your body can digest them, then you can enjoy good, healthy snacks.
Okay, so part of the wellness process is loving yourself first and get to the wellness. The detox is a part of the whole thing. As Dax says, you have to clean off the window so you can actually see through what's going on. And then, based on my experience with the detox, what comes out of you when you're in the detox is when you realize that you truly have to clean out the window that he just used as a metaphor, okay? Because the things you see and the smells you smell, you're going, oh my God, all of this was in me? Seriously. So, you know, that's part of the whole detox thing. How do you figure that you can say to the person that's watching from around the world or in the U.S. right now, okay, I'm encouraging you to do this detox because...
If you've lived in the United States for any more than, anything more than 2 years, then it's almost inadvertent that you have been exposed to processed foods, preservatives, and toxins that have, been ingested. Even if you're eating fresh fruits and vegetables, in many cases these foods have been sprayed, processed, or somehow, not necessarily gone through the most natural process. And the easy answer is this: if you're overweight and you're eating healthy, then the problem is there's a dysfunction in your digestive system. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
You will not be overweight if you're eating healthy and there's no dysfunction in your digestive system. It's just simple as that. If you're eating healthy and you have excessive body fat, that is a clear indication that your body is not operating in optimum health and wellness. If you are not eating healthy and you're overweight, then it's obvious that the food you're eating is causing the dysfunction.
Right.
So the only third option you have is that you have to figure out what you need to change, because you're already eating healthy, in order for you to lose the weight. And the answer to me is, on all 3 levels, if you're eating poorly, you need a digestive detox. If you're eating healthy and you're not losing the weight, you need a digestive detox. If you're eating healthy and you want to lose the weight, only a digestive detox is going to answer solve the problem for you.
Okay, all right. We're going to take a break and come back in just a moment. Just reminding you that lots of things are happening. I have one here where Anne-Marie is going to join me on, what is it now? Oh my God, I need my glasses. The date is, I'm just joking, November 9th. And we're going to be at this restaurant to help this brother, because I'm all about helping people. He just started the restaurant and he needs help in, getting people to come in. So we have volunteered our services to do that, and hoping that I will sell some books too. Okay, so we're going to talk about lots more with Dax Dunn, my special guest inside the Diana Wright Show this morning. It is Wednesday, so it is time for wellness. We'll be back in just a moment. Hello everyone, this is a season of giving, and I'm asking you to consider one of your gifts to be Deadly Negligence, written by yours truly, Diana Wright. A story that will give you hope, make you mad, shock you sometimes, but is bound to increase your faith and make you believe in miracles again. So please, give Deadly Negligence as a gift, as the gifting season begins to heat up. I am depending on you to do this for me. Thank you so much, and be the proud person to give a gift of the book Deadly Negligence. It's available on Amazon.com and on my website, DianaWrightTV.webs.com. Thank you so much for my viewers around the world and in the United States. Be blessed. Alrighty, we are back, and it's Wednesday, so it's Wellness Wednesday on the Diana Wright Show Live. We welcome you from around the world and in the United States. I just want to tell Dax that my daughter has got it down packed now. Every time she goes, this is what Dax says. Well, the other day she was teasing John T, because every time I call John T and I get his recording, she goes, oh my God, Mommy, this is John T. And then now she says, Dax says, live well, be well, stay well. Okay, I'm like, no, I don't think that's the order that he says it, so I'm going to make sure. So even she's getting it. I'm serious. So tell me the order you say it, to be correct.
It's be well.
Be well.
And being well is being present to the moment. You alluded to it earlier that a lot of times people live in the past. You know, when I was
fat,
when I was a little boy, when I had money, in the past, and then, or we live in the future. We say, when I make my first million, when I do my first, when then I'm gonna be happy. And being well is about being present to the moment, about realizing that you are making a choice. You're in control right now, and you're actually creating the experience that you're having. And that's what being well is all about.
Okay, so
being well is being aware of the fact that it's more than just you and your well-being, that there are people around you, that you have to integrate wellness into every aspect of your life. You need to share, because we are social creatures. We do not exist in a vacuum. We do not, the beauty of humanity is the ability to share what we've learned from one generation to the next, to work together to create an environment and an experience that we all can enjoy. And staying well is the last thing that we need to do. And that understands that there are fundamental things that you have to do in order to generate the results you expect. You can be well and be a good person. You can live well and share it all with people, but there's a deeper responsibility and understanding of the savings, the investing, the putting aside, the time and energy to create your ultimate life and your lifestyle for you and those people around you. So again, we say be well, live well, and stay well.
Okay, and stay well. All right, I'll make sure I give it to her when I figure out this evening. Okay, be well, stay well.
No, be well, live well, and stay well.
Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3. All right, I had it written down, but I didn't have them numbered correctly. Okay, all right, I want to go back for a minute to talking about people who are overweight and the fact that you mentioned earlier that people, when they address people who are overweight, they are not addressing them from their perspective. They're addressing them from their skinny perspective. And I think of skinny people like Christians. When they become Christians, they try to, put it down everybody's throat, and they believe that you need to just turn up the volume immediately. But as you mentioned, for people who are obese or simply overweight, or even women like myself before I did the detox, who just couldn't get rid of that 10 pounds of baby weight that you're carrying around for 20 years or 10 years, and you've tried everything and you're frustrated, just let's address that again, because I think, like I said, I compare skinny people to Christians. New Christians, I'm not talking about, because, Christianity is a whole nother ball game, because people go to church and they believe they're Christians. It's not about going to church. It's about having a personal relationship with God or whoever you think your maker is. Yeah? So let's talk about that for a minute, because I think that's a really big problem. Even though the people who are overweight will say to you, oh, variety is the spice of life. Oh, all of us can't be skinny. But in their heart and in their subconscious, they're thinking, I want to look like you. What do you think about that?
I can't speak for every single person, but I can tell you that for me, it was a struggle. I wanted to lose weight. I wasn't sick. I had no disease. When I went to the doctor, my health was intact. I wasn't having problems with, I was considered an attractive person. I didn't have people telling me, oh, you're too fat or anything like that.
Right.
So I was what you'd consider to be in a great place as an overweight person, and I can't imagine that there are people who are constantly being, ridiculed or chastised. But let me start from the beginning. We have learned about calories, and we either count calories with our diet approach, or we burn calories through the exercise approach.
Right.
I'm here to tell you that my research has shown that the calorie counting method has no place as it relates to weight loss.
Wow.
Calories are a unit to measure heat, and it was applied to food because they want to measure the energy level of certain foods, but this has nothing to do with the nutritional value and the ability for the body to process certain foods. So the worst junk food has a certain amount of calories.
Right.
The most healthiest food in the world could have the same amount of calories, but by ingesting the two of them, you can get totally different results, because one, your body is able to break it down, use what it needs, and pass out the rest. Whereas the junk food, the calories are present, it may actually use some of it, but the waste and the unprocessed, undigested portion of that food becomes toxic to the body and ends up causing the dysfunction in the digestive system, leading to the weight gain, leading to other imbalances in your overall health and wellness. And that is if you take nothing else away from this, what is wellness? That wellness is about finding the right foods that support your body's health. But back to the point you're making regarding overweight people, if you're overweight and you've been trying so many things, please do not believe that this is another one of those so many things.
Right.
Dax Dunn is not the inventor and the person who has the salvation for losing weight. Dax Dunn is simply one of many people out there who have found a solution and is choosing to share it on a daily basis. That we've developed a business purely for the purpose of sharing with people that losing weight, taking charge of your health, is something that just requires time and energy to relearn what we've been taught, to get rid of the misinformation, and understand that there's a simple, specific process that we can take you through that produces amazing results and allows you to restore your digestive function, lose the weight, and regain control over health and wellness in your life.
Okay, well, you mentioned relearn, and when you said relearn, I'm going, okay, in Jamaica, where I grew up, if you are skinny or you're slim, they go, what's wrong with you, my love? You're not eating enough food. And if you're overweight or you have flesh on, according to them, they go, oh, you look so well, Miss D. You know, so when you say relearn, it's really a relearning process for a lot of people, because even babies here in the States, parents will sit kids down to the table and they go, eat all your food. And if you don't eat all your food, you're not going out to play. You know, so it's relearn. You just, I mean, I just got an aha moment, according to Oprah.
You know, yesterday I had a meeting with coaches, and one of the things we were discussing was that, because people get results, they lose the weight. In 21 days, the average person will lose 15 to 18 pounds, and we use 15 to 18 pounds because that's conservative, but I see men losing as much as 25-30 pounds in 21 days. I have seen several women lose as much as 23-24 pounds in 21 days. But the point I really want to make is that when we help people to lose the weight and get amazing results, after they're finished, sometimes they don't know what to do next. Okay. And that is where the next phase of Rad Wellness is focused, to develop a community, to have forums like this where we can share recipes, snack options, food sources. Just today I put on Facebook, I got a call from somebody asking, where can I buy organic foods online and have it delivered to my home? So for me, I've been looking at all of the stores, farmers market, Publix, Whole Foods, around me in order to buy healthy foods, organic foods. But this person said, well, I'm not in a local metropolitan area. I'd like to buy it online and have it shipped to me. And I thought, I would actually like to have it shipped to me as well.
Yes.
I put it on Facebook, and I've gotten several, responses already sharing that there are these companies that will source organic foods, mail it directly to your home, and give you a weekly supply, or every 2 weeks, or depending on how you want to get your deliveries, you can receive organic food at home. And that is something that is going to help people to maintain their results. But the first place, you said it, the relearning, misinformation that we have, we need to get rid of that. And we need to re-educate ourselves about how our bodies work, that breathing is the essential thing, that drinking water is so important, that eating green leafy vegetables and fruits and vegetables in season is the fundamental solution to maintaining health and wellness. You need some movement, you need good sleep, but if you can do those things, you'll be well on your way to optimum health and wellness.
All right, you mentioned movement, and I'm going to give you this movement I saw online, anti-gravity yoga. Have you done that? It looks beautiful to me in that sheet thing and relaxing, but I'm going, oh Lord, if I fall out of that sheet. So tell us about that anti-gravity yoga, as you mentioned movement.
I'm not totally and absolutely.
Have you tried it? Have you tried it yet?
Who knows that rebounding? Rebounding is this idea of jumping on a small trampoline. And the purpose of that is that it allows the lymphatic system to release toxins based on the up and down jumping.
Is that the exercise you showed us a couple weeks ago? Jumping?
The exercise I showed you is freebounding, because you don't have to play any trampoline.
Okay.
You don't have any equipment. You can do it totally on your own, and as far as I'm concerned, you get exactly the same results. So the gravity-free yoga is probably some similar process of, using these sheets and ropes and stuff to yourself and twirl around. And I'm sure it's beautiful and fun and entertaining.
Yes, I got all of that out of it. I'm serious. I watched it and I was going, wow, this is interesting.
Believe me, I want to support yoga in every way. But for me, yoga is something that you do at home, in your room. Go to a class, work with an instructor to get started, but eventually yoga is something that you have to do on your own. You need an instructor to teach you, to help you to get started, but ultimately yoga is about you and your personal practice, pushing your body to its own limits and being consistent.
All right, I want to talk to Dax now about some products, other products that we have talked about before, but I want to go into side effects, because everyone would say that I talk to them about the products, they will say, are there any side effects? And I go, well, not really, but am I speaking the truth?
You are speaking the truth 100%.
Okay.
I said earlier that this is not about Daxdon. This is about Ayurvedic medicine. You can Google it. Ayurvedic medicine is Indian medicine, Indian natural medicine. It's over 5,000 years old. It's not something that they just figured out, 50 years ago, 75 years ago, like the pharmaceutical industry. The Ayurvedic medicine is natural medicine. It's over 5,000 years old. But more importantly, one of their founding philosophies is, if it cannot heal you, it will not hurt you.
Okay.
So all of the products that we use, if they're not giving you any benefit, you're not going to see any ill effects from them. And that is something that we have found in the 4 years we've been practicing this, that it definitely is true. If somebody ends up getting sick on the program, they get sick because there was an underlying problem that was there prior to starting the program, and in doing the detox, it came to the light and it came to the surface. Right. And we've probably had about 3 or 4 people in the entire 4 years that found out things like that, were extremely grateful to the process, were able to address it, and then return to the detox and had great success.
All right, my special guest inside the Diana Wright Show today. It's Wednesday, so it's time for Wellness, and Dax Dunn from Rad Wellness. The website is rad4u.com. That's rad, the number 4, the letter U.com. All right, Dax, give the number out so they can call because people are going, okay, I don't have a computer. No, you do. You have a phone, and you can do it right on your phone. And they also have an app. And you have to just put in Aqualife, and you see the app. There's a little alligator there, you know. So, all right. So, give us the number so folks can.
The phone number to call is 1-866-786-3617. Again, that's 1-866-786-3617. And you know, I would say to you that the program and the process and everything we're doing is all about developing a community. And I'd invite you to link us on Facebook at Rad Wellness. That's R as in Richard, A as in Apple, D as in Dax, and Wellness. And we're on Facebook, and like us, but more importantly, participate. Ask us questions there. But in order to really get the full benefits of what we offer, do the detox. We can mail you the program. It's called Detox in a Box USA, and we'll mail it to you. We'll support you over the phone daily. See to it that you get your results. Allow your body to get in tune and in touch with your own ability to decide what's best for you, and then together we can find further solutions as we build our own wellness communities.
All right, wellness communities. That sounds like a good thing. Let's talk about a product that you've mentioned. I have researched and found out that it does miraculous things, as we are saying. Merengue. Are you able to provide that to your clients now, or are you still working on it?
You know, so we have a liquid moringa that we can make available right now. And by the way, you know, we like to start at the beginning. And the beginning is the detox. So if somebody has done the detox and is looking for moringa, which is a great product as a probiotic, it has a lot of the natural, the right minerals and vitamins and everything to help the body restore digestive health, then we can supply it. But more importantly, we want people to not get caught up on specific products. But understand first what your body needs, where your body is at. So in the app on Aqualife Coaching, we have a wellness evaluation.
Right.
And it's a great tool to establish your foundation for wellness, to identify where you need to start, where you are right now, and then decide where you want to get to. What is your goal in terms of, it may be weight loss, it may be getting off of medication, it may be getting your blood pressure back in line, it may be to have a good night's sleep, it may be to have energy. Whatever it is, we want to help to show you the way, to give you the tools so you can achieve those results.
Okay, so is the Merengue a part of the Detox in a Box, or that's a separate?
Not at this point.
Okay.
It's a separate product at this point, and we like it. We definitely encourage it. But as I said, we start with doing the detox. If you take Merengue and you are the digestive system is dysfunctional, you're probably going to see very marginal results, and you'll say, oh, it don't work. Because it's not getting access to your body. It is being blocked by the toxins, by the dysfunctions in the digestive system, by the mucus lining that has developed in a dysfunctional digestive system. And what we do with the detox is to clear that away and allow the body to start functioning best, and that way those products like moringa, like garcinia, like saffron, like ketones, all will have much greater results, much greater benefits. Something as simple as water becomes a lot more accessible and available to the body after the detox than before.
All right, we're going to take another break right now, and we're going to come back with Dax. I want to talk about what's actually in the box. What's in the box? Hello, everyone. It doesn't matter who you are, how rich you are, how poor you are. But there has to be a point in your life, and you will come to that point, where you have to take someone you love to the hospital. But have you ever considered that you could take that loved one, in my case, my only child, to the hospital in a normal state, and then you leave 5 months later, brain damaged, in a wheelchair, without your senses?
Hello?
This is my true story, Deadly Negligence, the book. Available on Amazon and at my website, dianawrightTV.webs.com. I'm asking you today to get a copy. Support my story. Let us get this out there, because this story will captivate you. It will shock you. It will give you hope. It will increase your faith and make you believe in miracles again. Thank you for picking up your copy today. And just in case you know Oprah Winfrey or Tyler Perry or Mr. Levinson, let them know this is worth a movie. Thank you. Get your copy today. Okay, we are back, and this is the Diana Wright Show Live. We do this every day, Monday through Friday at 10:30. We're live, and then afterwards, you can find us on our website at dianawrightTV.webs.com. Dax had to run for a minute, and I think he's going to be back, so we'll kind of watch out for that. But I want to talk to him about what's in the box. What's in the box of wellness that you do get when you order something from rad4u.com, which is rad, the number 4, the letter u.com. I just want to remind you about Auntie Merle's Kitchen, and it's in the Burlington Coat Factory Plaza right here in West Palm Beach. And the number to call to find out what they have on the menu, just ask for money. It's 561-798-1399. That's 561-798-1399. And Anne-Marie and I will be there on November 11th at 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And the exact address is 10385 Southern Boulevard, and that's Royal Palm Beach. But of course, the easiest way to kind of find it is just look for the Burlington Coat Factory Plaza, and it's right there in that plaza. And I tell you, Bunny is truly a pleasant human being, and you will enjoy the food because he is actually... Okay, I think Dax is coming back to us. Hey, Dax. All right. Okay, my fingers are not doing the walking properly. Okay, Dax, I need to see your face. I can't hear you either, but anyway. We'll try. Yeah.
I don't know what you did on your side.
Okay, I didn't do anything on my side. All I need to do is see your picture. I'm having your picture, but it's frozen. So we need to unfreeze it and then probably do something. Oh, let's see.
Let me call you right back.
I don't think I did anything here on my side. Ooh, show Dax. Okay, there you go. Alrighty. Alright, I'm not quite sure what's going on here, so I'm gonna have to reload. See, this is what happened when you go somewhere. Yeah, All right, you want to try again and call me and we'll see what happens. So, let's see. There you go. I'm still getting you in this kind of weird way. Here. All right. So, maybe we're going to just have you talk without the video because I don't seem to be able to undo whatever was done. So, let's try that again.
There's on your side, there's a little camera.
Don't know what's going on, but anyway. Yeah. All right. I wanted to talk about what's in the box, but since we can't seem to get Dax back, we're going to have to just, just talk about something else right now, because I wanted to also go down the line here with him. Technical difficulties, always. That's what happens when you jump off your signal. All right, I'm going to take another break and come back to you in just a slither of a moment while we try to fix this problem. All right? Thank you. We'll be back in just a moment. Hello, everyone. I am just asking you from around the world and in the United States to partner with the Diana Wright Show. Sponsor the Diana Wright Show or advertise on the Diana Wright Show. To do so, please call 561-228-1921. That's 561-228-1921. Please sponsor, partner with us. Okay,
and
I'm hearing you loud and clear, but I'm not seeing
to
you.
make the show a big hit, just like you do by liking us on Facebook and following me on Twitter. Thank you so much. Don't forget the number to call, 561-228-1921. That's 561-228-1921. Also, we invite you to invite me to be at your event as a speaker and to tell you about my new book, Deadly Negligence.
Wait, not yet.
So, we encourage you to partner with us right here on the Diana Wright Show. Advertise with us and sponsor the Diana Wright Show. 561-228-1921. Thank you so much.
All right, we are back, and now we're just going to talk to Dax without the video, okay? So he's back with me. Okay, Dax, let's talk about what's in the box with that detox that you provide through Rad Wellness. Go ahead.
The first thing that's in the box is a water bottle. And you know there are lots of water bottles out there. It's a basic generic water bottle, but it's important that you have your water with you and you have sufficient water throughout the day. So the water bottle is included. We have our signature product, which is Breath of Life. We call it BOL. And Breath of Life simply is the product line that supports you through this natural detox. The Aqua Life is the coaching program, and that's the support that we give you in terms of the water reminders, and on a daily basis we help you to know what you're going to be doing, what you should be expecting, how you need to prepare in order to get all the support to get the best results throughout the 21 days. In addition, we have raspberry ketones. These support the body, help the body in releasing abnormal body fat. It gives the cells, the fat cells, a slight squeeze to give up the abnormal body fat and help with the detox process. We have Oxy. Oxy is a colon cleanse that's magnesium based that draws water and oxygen into the colon and flushes it out. We have our digestive detox that's going to support the body to rebuild the digestive, to clean the digestive system at a deeper level. So we want an intestinal cleanse. We have an intestinal flush with the Oxy, where it's just cleaning out the solid waste. But on a deeper level, the digestive detox draws toxins throughout the rest of the body into the colon, into the intestines, and flushes it out. It's Colloidal Silver. Colloidal Silver is a natural antibiotic, and what it does is kills all the parasites and all of the microbial organisms in the body that have developed over time that are actually helping to hurt. They're promoting disease in the body, and by using the colloidal silver, you get rid of those. Okay. And that is primarily our basic detox in a box, and that's a $399 investment that will last you for 21 days with daily support, and then an additional 21 days of support as you stabilize to maintain your long-term results on the program. In addition, there's saffron, there's Garcinia, there's Candida, there's black walnut, there's a whole range of other products that we use to customize the plan depending on the person's.
Okay, we have lost Dax again. Alrighty, we are not having a good day now. Okay, let's try it again. Hey, Dax. Wow. I don't know what's going on with my system today. Dax, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, go ahead. I don't know what's going on with my system this morning, but anyway.
I think the last thing we got to was that we customized the plan
based
on the person's individual needs. And, you know, Garcinia, saffron, moringa, you know, raspberry, well, not ketones. Ketones are in the basic plan. The black walnut, Candida, all of these are additional supplements that we use. But again, it's not about supplements. We have a brand with the Aqualife. We say, beyond buying a bottle, this is not just about selling you some supplements that will give you great results. This is about understanding how to use the supplements in the right order, in the right combination, the right foods that you need to eat, the amount of water you need to be taking in, the way you need to prepare those foods. One of the things that we need to do, make sure people realize is that during the process, we'd encourage them to do not have any oil. Don't use oil on your skin or in your hair or in the preparation of your food. And this is because the body fat is like it has a lot of oil, and in allowing the body to detox by avoiding oil, you're releasing the abnormal body fat and getting the oil that the body needs from its own stored sources.
Okay, so after I finish that 21-day detox, though, I can just hear people going, okay, what about my olive oil and my hair oil and my this? Can I bring it back in?
Absolutely. Those things come right back in, but more importantly, you would have learned that you don't need as much as you may have been using before. There's so many people who are surprised to find that they can still cook delicious, amazing meals without using the amount of oil that they used in the past. In 21 days, they learn new habits, new skills in terms of food preparation, and how to be able to eat a lot more healthy.
Okay. All right. I want to just go through some of the little things that I have here. I have a list of ridiculous diet tips that I wanted to run through with you. Fat makes you fat.
Foolishness.
Okay. Stop snacking to lose weight.
You know, it depends on what you're eating. If you're eating, you know, processed foods that are difficult for the body to digest, then that's absolutely true. But if you eat fruits and nuts and, you know, you're grazing throughout the day on healthy snacks, nothing wrong with that at all. During the program, we have a specific protocol, so we don't encourage snacking during the program, but we do have options, and your coach will work with you to design something that's specific to your needs. Okay, before I continue my list here, how do you decide what coach to put with what person? How do you make that decision? Primarily, the coaching is not personality, it's specific. The coaching is done based on the needs of the specific client. So we're going to design a program based on the client, and then whichever coach is available will coach that client. From time to time, once in a very rare while, we'll have a situation where we switch one coach to another, or maybe a coach is out of town or unavailable, so you may see some changes in the coaching. But primarily, it's based on the needs of the client and not necessarily the personality of the client.
Okay, all right. Okay, this one is a calorie is a calorie, and you should count them.
A calorie is a calorie, but you should ignore them because they have nothing to do with nutrition. So the fact that you have something that's high in calories, but it is great nutritional value, eat it. If you have something that's low in calories but has no nutritional value, avoid it.
Okay. Load up on protein, and they reference the Dukan diet, which is a diet from that French doctor who tells you to eat a lot of protein and drink a lot of water.
Proteins are poisoning people. There are so many in the weightlifting and bodybuilding industry that are suffering from kidney and liver failure because of excessive amount of proteins. If you are not eating any meat, you still get significant amounts of protein from the fruits and vegetables that you're eating. It is definitely worth investigating it for yourself. Ask around. Get on Google, do the research. So much has changed. Animal protein is not your best source of protein. And while I wouldn't say you have to become a vegetarian in order to maintain wellness, you should limit your protein intake to enjoy the optimum health in your body.
Okay, next one. You burn more calories working out on an empty stomach. I thought that one was a trick question.
I don't know. I don't have an absolute answer. I know that it's better to work out on an empty stomach because while your stomach is full, your body is starting to try and digest food, and when you're jumping up and down and you're trying to digest food, you will get sick. So I would say, on a practical sense, I would agree that it's better to work out on an empty stomach, but at the same time, I don't know if you're going to burn more calories just because of that fact.
Okay, eat every 2 hours to rev your metabolism.
Not true.
Okay.
Water and breathing can support your body to consistently, be at its optimum metabolic rate, but more importantly, eating every 2 hours is not necessary for your body if you have a healthy digestive system. So it's all about paying attention to what your body needs. If you're hungry, eat. We're not telling anybody to starve themselves, but if you're hungry and you ate, there's no reason that within 2 hours you should be hungry again. So if you're not hungry, don't eat.
Exactly.
Eat only when you're hungry.
Amen. Swear off forbidden foods like cake and pizza. Don't have it in the same day. If you're going to eat cake today, you shouldn't eat pizza along with the cake. You should eat the pizza next day and the cake today.
Well, obviously limiting foods that are not good for you and don't have the nutritional value is a good idea. But I certainly would never suggest to somebody that never ever eat. Just in all things, moderation. So try and pay attention to how different foods affect your body, and also don't overindulge in anything at all.
Alrighty, drink your fruits and vegetables.
I enjoy juicing. I use a Vitamix that allows me to blend the entire food, pulp, seeds, everything and all in it. I don't put every fruit with all the seeds. So I wouldn't put a peach with the seed in the blender.
Right.
But apples and most other fruits, I put them in and I blend it all up. And that's a great way to digest, to ingest these foods. But at the same time, eating food in its whole form is also highly recommended.
Okay. Eat as few calories as possible. Now we're back to that calorie again.
Stop counting calories. That's a big mistake. Focus on whole foods, green leafy vegetables, fruits and vegetables. Make them essential in your diet. Diana, it's been a pleasure. I'm going to have to run and leave you.
Okay.
I look forward to catching up again with you next week.
Next week, yes. Okay, and we will not be cutting the signal again once we start, okay?
Absolutely. Be well, live well, and stay
well. All right. Thank you, Dax. Thanks for joining us today. Have a great day, all right? Okay. All right, that was Dax Dunn, of course, from Rad Wellness. And the website is simple, rad4u.com. It's rad, the number 4, the letter u.com. And we will have him next Wednesday again when we can talk about some other things that are on this list that I think are ridiculous tips too, but we will save them because I didn't get to the end, all right? So we'll save that for next week, and we're almost out of time anyway. But I wanted to just point to one thing here. I see that Forbes magazine, they have now named Vladimir Putin as the #1 most influential, most powerful person in the world, and President Obama is now at #2. And, I thought about that when I saw it because I wondered, what are they thinking? You mean Vladimir, who has Snowden over there, Vladimir, who knows that he can help with Syria and didn't help, is that the person that's the most powerful person? I guess he's the most powerful person because he is creating that for himself to show that, yes, I can do this for you because I'm so powerful. And then I look back to the Republicans who shut down the government for 16 days and showed their power while they hurt all the American people, the little people who have no power. So how do we equate this? And then everyone is talking snap crap about the Obamacare website and fire Sebelius and all those things. Yes, Sebelius might not to me seem like the most happy, assertive, energetic person, but we don't know what she does behind the scenes. We don't know how she works, how she functions, how she deals with her staff, and how she decided who will build the website. I am still wondering, yes, they say ethics, but why did they consult with the people who did all of the Obama, website donation thing? This is a massive piece of legislation. We know that. But why did we give so much ammunition to the Republicans who are just about hating the black guy that's in power right now? And if in your life you are doing something and there's so much negative and resistance and blocking, like the Republicans blocked the health care law from it was put into law. They blocked everything. All the Republican governors, they decided not to expand Medicaid. They decided not to have exchanges. They blocked the investigators. They blocked everything possible to try to make this fail. What do you think is going to happen? But one of the things that we don't, and the Republicans are not realizing, is that, remember Medicare Part D that was instituted by President Bush. Remember Massachusetts and their health care that was signed into law by Mitt Romney. Why are we forgetting those things? And yes, we should have rolled it out better, but why do we continue on the negative stream all the time? Shouldn't we just get together and find a solution to fix this? Because indeed, eventually, it will help some people who cannot afford health care. And don't talk to me about healthcare if you don't know. Senator Cruz, you have the Bugatti healthcare from your wife who works for Goldman Sachs, and you're going to talk about healthcare? You don't have a clue what people go through. Like when my daughter was sick and we're in the hospital and she's in a coma for 45 days and the social worker comes in and says, oh, you're no longer covered. That would not happen under Obamacare, I'm sure. And for me, who I know about being on the marketplace as an individual, as a family, oh yes, you do get those notices. And the health care that you buy and pay $500 a month for or more is not giving you all that you need. It's substandard. So if the Obamacare people are trying to make the health care that you have better, So you have a Chevy and they're going to give you a Rolls Royce. Are you going to say no to that? I'm driving a Chevy and someone hands me a Rolls Royce. I'm going to take the Rolls Royce, okay? So should we just stop as a nation, as a people, beating down and fighting this whole thing? President Obama meant well. He's trying to help people. He saw his mother worry about paying for the bill of being in the hospital. You take an ambulance from your house to a couple of miles and the bill is $10,000. You stay in a hospital for the week and the bill is almost $100,000. So if someone is trying to change that, why is it that we are resisting? The media, CNN especially, why are we showing all the negatives? And that Republican woman, Ms. Blackburn, I think she's a congresswoman, she's always talking about this thing. And yes, I applaud the congressman from New Jersey who slapped the Republicans yesterday at the hearing and called them hypocrites and asked them for their plan. When you don't have a solution to a problem, you need to shut up. And that goes for Republicans, Tea Partiers, everyone, Democrats who are criticizing the plan. It's not about a website, because personally, I am not going to go on a website and sign up for any healthcare plan. I need to go and meet with someone face to face. That's just me. I'm old-fashioned. So the website, if the website is the law, then the law is not necessary. So I don't even want to talk to someone on the phone. I want to make an appointment for someone to come to my house or for me to go to their house or their office. Because when we bought healthcare plan on the open market, that's what we had to do. The guy came to our house and showed us all the plans. We could only afford the cheapest one that gave you very little coverage, and every year they kind of tell you what's dropping and what's not dropping. So that plan is, for me, the Chevy plan. The plan that the president is telling us to expect, I'm hoping for the people who cannot have health care at all, that will be their Rolls Royce or their Bugatti. Like Senator Ted Cruz. And all the people who are talking about this, they have health care. They don't have to worry. So let us be positive. Please give some love and take away the hate as we close out this Wellness Wednesday. And thank you so much for joining us today. I remind you, if you love something, set it free. If it comes back, it's yours. If it doesn't, it was never yours. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, 10:30. And don't forget to go to the website, DianaWrightTV.webs.com, and you can see the show that you missed. Give me a little into the evening to see it on my website. All right? And for those of you who need a link, just ask us on Facebook. We'll send you the link of the show that you're interested in. Have a blessed day, and see you tomorrow.